Good morning, everybody. We are here. We're ready to go. We're looking good. It is, well, I don't know. I thought it said it was 71 degrees outside, but now it says the temps are dropping. What's the phone say? Is it nice out today? Yeah, probably was 71 degrees. Phone says it's 70 degrees outside, but computer says temps are dropping. We got Lonnie first in the chat. Gen G second. We got Lonnie, Gen G, Caesar, Moji. We've got Jason, Lonnie, Jason, all of you guys. So glad to have you in here. Let's check the market out, see what's happening so far today. You got AMC in the top left-hand side of the screen. It is sitting at $2.65. GameStop, top right-hand side of the screen, sitting at $27.79, down 0.27% on the day today. You've got Shiba, that's my cool baby right there. You got Shiba Inu Coin sitting at $13.69, up 3% on the day today. You got Bitcoin, 97,139. It is on its way back to 100,000. Bitcoin could be testing $100,000 by the end of the day today, so pay attention to it. It is moving higher and moving higher beautifully right now. NASDAQ, 2% gain on the day today. Oh, I love this little baby girl right here. I do. I love this little baby girl. Got AMC down, GameStop down. Solana up 2.39%, $152. Dogecoin sitting at 18.2 cents, 4.5% gain on the day today. Shiba Inu Coin, 13.71, 3% gain. Ethereum sitting at 18.60, 2.5% gain. That's my baby girl right there, yeah. That's my baby girl. Yeah, you guys got to see this, man. Tell me this ain't the cutest cat. Tell me this ain't the cutest cat you ever seen in your whole life right here. Yeah. Tell me that's not the best cat you've ever seen in your entire life. You got Bitcoin sitting at $97,190. The SPY sitting at 560, up 1.19%. QQQ sitting at 483. Mullen Auto, 41 cents. Wow. 5% gain in Mullen Auto. We have Sundial sitting at $1.48. Netflix, $1,135. Tesla sitting at $275. That can't be right. Is that right? Let's go click on that. Tesla sitting at $284. It is up 0.83%. Amazon sitting at $189, up 2%. Apple sitting at $212. And Soxel sitting up 2.43% today. It is at $12.46. Oh, wow. Yeah, there you get some action there. It's a pretty good one. Now she's just showing off for you guys. Now she's just showing off. Yeah. All right. She doesn't want to be on camera anymore. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. Who else we got coming to the chat? We got Lonnie. Bitcoin showing signs of a good move upward. Yes, it is. Jason, Genji, Old Rounder, the one. We got Genji, Old Rounder. All of you guys. Thanks for being in here, man. What do we got? Ah, kitty. Yes. Nothing to worry about today with Bitcoin price. What a difference a day makes. There's a life lesson in there somewhere, Old Rounder. What a difference a day makes, man. And it's true. What a difference a day makes. We got so much going on. We could be in the absolute worst position possible. Tomorrow comes and everything is different. Now, I'm extremely optimistic that these gains are going to continue on, and I am very, very close to hitting some long-term goals of mine, and I do hope that we get a nice little boost higher, especially in some of these meme coins, right? Clearly, I don't expect, Bitcoin to just double overnight, but some of these tiny little meme coins, I know Trump could double overnight, I know Mother could double overnight. I got a lot of other meme coins that could double overnight. Melania could double. You've got Bonk that could double. Ponk or Ponky, however you say it, that could double. There's a couple more that could double as well. And I would be in a very good position. And it could happen overnight, right? So I am optimistic. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it doesn't happen the next day, well, slow and steady wins the race sometimes. And I am here waiting for those gains to take place. So, I'm really interested in Wagyu from your video last night. I need to ask Alienhead what he thinks about it. Busy day, but made it. So Gen G. Wagyu is definitely a meme coin, right? But it's not going to be a pre-sale token. So, my best thought on that. These guys, I'll just let you know how this stuff, a not all this stuff, right? But how some of this stuff happens. So these guys are creating a meme coin, and it's going to be a fair launch. Now, obviously, I'm already talking about it, and there's 200 guys that they have involved to kind of market this meme coin, talk about it, get people interested, and so on. Because it is not a pre-sale, what's going to end up happening is, I don't know what day or what time or anything like that it's going to take place. They're starting the marketing, right? They're starting to get people interested. The Telegram, last time I checked, had like 3,700 people in it. The X has like 4,500 people following it. But it's just going to be listed, right? Uniswap or Radium or whatever the liquidity pool ends up being. I'm not sure if it looks like a Solana token, but it might be an Ethereum token. Not 100% sure. From there, it gets launched. And then that's when it starts trending on places like Dex Tools, right? That's when you'll see it come across the top of the screen on Dex Tools here. Because usually what these guys do, man, they go out there, they get a lot of people involved, they go buy it right on launch, and then, of course, you start to see some 100, 200, 300% gains very quickly. As far as I know, these guys have been involved in some very good launches that have done pretty well in the past, and they plan on doing that with this one. So I will be buying in, hopefully as early as I possibly can, and hopefully I see it, before it's up 10,000% or something like that, and I'm able to get in nice and early. I'm in the Telegram. I'm watching it. I got my Ethereum ready to go in case it's Ethereum. I got my Solana ready to go in case it's Solana. But yeah, since it's a fair launch, you can't just buy in now and then wait for it to go. You got to wait until it launches and then see what ends up happening with it. The good news is, right, when you buy in like that, nobody can sell at the beginning because it's a fair launch. Everybody's just buying it. Sometimes when you get those pre-sales, people buy them during the pre-sale and then they sell it as soon as it launches. What did I miss? I was catching a salmon. Lonnie, were you fishing? You didn't miss anything, man. Dropped the ball on Housecoin. It's been tearing up the... Caesar, did you sell? Because, yeah, dude, it's like 10 cents. Yeah, 9 cents here. Did you end up selling? I don't own any of it, but I've been watching it since it's been trending every single day. And, yeah, Housecoin is doing very well right now. Pulling back a little bit. Man, I didn't know it touched 12 cents. But apparently touched 12 cents. Back down to 9.9, 10 cents right now. Very, very nice gains over the last, week and a half here. 21,000 holders, still relatively low. $100 million market cap, that's relatively high. $1.1 million or $1.7 million in liquidity. So you can go in there with a good amount and you're still going to be able to sell it. $4.5 million in volume. That's pretty heavy as well. So Housecoin, man. Housecoin is tearing it up right now. Sitting up, 5x in the last 7 days. It's a phenomenal game, man. Let's see. Buy some WSOD. Great Telegram, great community. WSOD. Let's check it out, man. Bitcoin is clearly showing a move up, especially on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, Claremont fishing. The ice just went out here. Dude, the ice just went out in Maine. We haven't had ice in a while. Lonnie, you go ice fishing? I don't understand guys that go ice fishing, man. It's just too cold for me. I get it if you love fishing, but too cold for me, man. I don't know. I'd rather be out on a boat or just out on the side of the lake if I'm going to be fishing. Not out on the ice. Not my cup of tea. Made my money. Could have made a way better return. Hey, Caesar, at least you made some money. Right, man? I'm looking at my two major meme coins that I have right now. Mother and Trump. And both of them are up. Trump has doubled from where it was. I was averaging down in the $7 range. Trump's sitting at $13 today. Mother, I was averaging down at like 3.6, 0.36, 0.37 cents. and it's up to 1.5 cents today. So they've had some very nice rebounds. I'm looking pretty good on both of those tokens, and I'm not ready to exit yet, but I will have no problem exiting Trump close to 50. Might be one of the biggest mistakes I make, but would have no problem exiting there. And Mother, I don't need to hold it back to 10 cents, but I would like to see Mother go back to 10 cents to 1.5 cents right now. All-time highs around 25 cents. So, it would suck, dude, to get out at 10 cents on Mother and watch it go back up to 20, 30 cents. That'd be tough, right? Because it would end up being a lot of money. Trump, it would suck to get out at $50 and then watch Trump go up to $150. But I've made my mind up on those, and will have no problem exiting those positions, because that's going to put me in. That's going to put me at a goal that I would like to hit. So, you time some of them absolutely perfectly. You time some of them that you could have done much better on. I'm going to have to justify it to myself if I do end up getting out and it goes up further. But I would hate to not get out and then watch it come back down, knowing I would have been at a goal and then gave that goal up. So I'm going to be playing that, watching it out, and seeing how it goes. But hopefully we get to those levels sooner rather than later. Did you guys see Ripple try to buy Yeah, you know what, Lonnie? I did see that. What do you think, man? Do you think that was just like a publicity stunt? Or I didn't think that Circle was even for sale, man. Are they just making offers to like stay in the news? Or what do you think? Because I didn't even think that Ripple was, or that Circle was trying to sell. If they are, my bad, I missed that. But I was wondering if that was just some sort of a publicity stunt. Houston is huge. Never been to Houston. Never been to Texas. Also, Clay's a clearly much higher mind than I am for these meme assets. For my part, I will be taking a break from investing in memes. I've been accumulating on layer ones, especially block tag. I did exit on Trump to make up for the rest of the memes I'm low on. Very, very nice. Yeah, I do. I think that the memes will make a nice comeback. I don't think that they're done. I think that as long as there are people involved, people will be optimistic about the high risk, high rewards that meme coins offer. Can't stand ice fishing, Clay. Open water in the boat. There you go, Lonnie. Well, since you're on the coast in Maine, man, like, are you out in the ocean or are you in a lake somewhere? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, because I'm not trying to narrow down where you are or anything. But clearly, if you were fishing here, you got to be in a lake, right? You can't go to the ocean in Ohio. I was just wondering how that works. Let's see. I've been following. Oh, WSI. There you go. Since 11,000. I knew I was forgetting something. I just forgot what I was forgetting. This World Series of Degenerates, is that what this is? Degens, yeah. Is this the right one? Because, yeah, this one looks like it. Dude, you find the lowest cap coins ever, man. Very interesting that this one's continues to get pumped with this Nitro or whatever this is. Yeah, man, somebody's pumping this one, and it's not doing too bad. $100,000 in volume, still good. It's in a very awkward position, though. Because a lot of these tokens that I see trending, they typically get to about 100,000 or 7,000 holders. This one's already at 9, so it's doing a little bit better. And then they fall off a cliff. But this one continues to gain in value. So it's a very good sign, and I don't mind at all the ratio between the market cap and the liquidity pool. Typically, if you saw a $100,000 market cap, dude, you'd be down at like $10,000 in liquidity or $5,000 in liquidity, and that's too low. So, yeah, man, that's not a bad market cap to liquidity pool ratio. It's still a very, very low market cap and a very, very low liquidity pool. You know, you come out with come out with 3 grand and you get a 20%, 4 grand, you get a 20% swing in the overall price. So you can't have a huge purchase, but I mean, dude, you'd own a pretty big chunk, and if you buy 4 grand, all of a sudden this goes to a tiny little $1 million market cap, you're sitting on $40,000. Problem is, when you go to close it out, you're sitting on $40,000, and there's only $250,000 in the liquidity pool. You know, if you go to sell it all in one chunk, you're going to drop the price by 20-30%, and that's going to spook people. So I'd watch out for that. Are there any $4,000 sells or buys? 1,000. See, $1,000 moved the price by about 5% here. So 4,000, you're talking 20% move, man. That's the only thing that I would watch out for. Buy a small amount, you're good. If you're trying to buy a large amount, just be aware of how much you're going to affect the overall price of World Series of Degens, because you don't want to get stuck owning a coin that you can't sell because you own too much of the liquidity pool. Haven't been there in a huge minute. I hear Texas is just huge in general. In a league called Moose Look Miguntik. What? Moose Look Miguntik. Alright, it's a good name, man. You didn't have to tell me the lake you were on, but I like the name of that lake. Moose Look Miguntik. Alright. Circle just applied for an IPO. They are clearly trying to raise capital. Yeah, the developer said he was in he was a Floki holder. Gotcha. Alright, so he may have made a lot of money in Floki. Now he's coming out here trying to develop his own token. Not a bad idea, man. Not a bad idea. And not trending, which is interesting, but a 90% gain on the day today. Guy's got a massive... I mean, look. See, this guy owns 4% of the supply. It's about $4,000 that he's got right now. I wouldn't be terribly concerned about some of these guys owning, 1%. So... Dude, hopefully it shoots up 1,000x and goes to your 100 million like Housecoin is. 1,000x on this bad boy. You gonna be a millionaire? Baby Bonk bouncing back? I thought for sure this was dead. Oh, no, it's not really bouncing back. Why did he just say the Baby Bonk is up 20%? See, this is what I'm saying, though, man. These coins get to about $6,000-7,000, or 6,000-7,000 holders, and then they fall off a stinking cliff. I've seen this so many times. They trend, they get 6,000-7,000 guys to buy in, and then boom, they fall off the cliff. Now, if you think it's going to make a comeback, it can make its comeback. I don't know why it says it's up 20% right now when it's clearly not. Big Balls is trending today. He's ripping back to the upside. This guy's got 50x potential to get back up there where he was before, so watch that one, man. This guy could go back all the way up to 5 cents. 50x gains. $60 million market cap. Could be on the rise. Golly bum. 6x gains in the last 24 hours, though. People are starting to buy, man. People are starting to buy. Hopefully, Wagyu does something like that. Golly, dude. Maybe add Wagyu to it. If Wagyu rips up 50x. Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get wishful again. I'm starting to see all the green in the market, and I'm starting to get wishful again. Good morning from, what, Northern Maine? Is that where you're from? Minnesota? Where are you from? I don't even know what MN is. Everything about Texas is huge. I'm from England, so a 1 can fit the UK 5.5 times across Texas. Dang, dude. How many Ohios can fit in Texas? It's interesting. Alienhead didn't know you were from the UK. Bloke, I'm usually in Austin or Houston. Jason, and everybody's from Texas now. Drove across Texas once, and I will never do it. How long does it take to drive across Texas? Ohio is probably, well, from corner to corner, probably 4.5 hours. If you're going like bottom left to upper right. Probably 3 hours from like Cleveland to Marietta, so north to south. And I would say probably 3 hours east to west. So like 3 hours east to west, 3 hours north to south. Maybe like 4.5 if you are running corner to corner. She's probably like, Texas, oh, 3 hours, that's nothing. Texas is like 13 hours. Jeez. How big is Texas? You know what? Let me know. You guys, because you guys probably know your state. How long would it take you to drive north to south? Because Ohio is kind of funny because it's almost a square. North to south, about 3 hours. East to west, about 3 hours. What do you guys got? How 12? She was. I was kidding when I said 13. Holy crap! That is huge, man. 12 to 13 hours to drive across Texas. Whoa! Whoa! Man. Clay, Bitcoin is broken its weekly trend. Let's see if it can rally to 100,000. Oh, I think it's going, man. I think Bitcoin's going. I got a little resistance. See this? It may just be because of this 50-day moving average right here. But Bitcoin tried this area at like 98, 98, 98, almost 100 right here. And then this little area right here, 98. This could have been because of the 50-day moving average. So, yeah, dude, breaking back up above that 95 level, to me, indicates a pretty strong breakout. It may. See, I don't. If this was because of the 50-day moving average, we can kind of ignore this level right here. But if this horizontal level of resistance holds up, we're running into it right now. But other than that, dude, I think we're going back to 100. We could be at 100 today. So it all depends on how people react to this little level right in here. If it was because of the 50-day, nobody cares. We're on our way back to 100. If it does turn out to be some horizontal resistance, we might get caught up at 98, 99 there. But, yeah, man, Bitcoin looking very good right here. Finally breaking out. This is what we were talking about over the last week or so. Tabbing it. Finally breaking through that resistance there. Looking very good. It's kind of the same deal happening across the board, though, right? Solana hasn't yet broken back up above this 150. You know, sitting at 152 right now. In my opinion, not a clean break. But Solana attempting will and should follow Bitcoin. Dogecoin, kind of the same area. Dogecoin sitting here should break back up about that 18-cent level. And then SHIB is down a little bit further than the rest in comparison to its overall trend. But Shiba Inu Coin should be breaking back up above this 1,500 point per coin level. And like I say, guys, I will have no problem shaving a lot of my Shiba Inu coin if it gets back up to 3,500 points per coin. Okay, I may still hold a little bit of it, but we'll have no problem shaving a lot of my Shiba Inu coin at 3,500. So right now, kind of my price points that I would love to see: Shiba Inu coin 3,500 points per coin, Trump around $50 per coin. Bitcoin, I would love to just see a new all-time high above 110. Solana, I would love for it to get back to 300. Because I believe that if it breaks 300, you're going to see a nice rally there. Ethereum back up to about $4,000. $5,000 would be incredible, but you know, 4,000. And then Mother token, I would love to see back up at 10 cents. And I'll be selling a lot of those tokens at those levels. Not all of my positions, but I will be selling a lot of those tokens at those levels. Because those levels are going to put me beyond a goal that I would really like to reach. And then I can simply reassess the situation, right? Because we can always reassess the situation. Texas is 7% of the total land size of the United States. Dang. I was trying to think there because... And apparently Alaska is bigger than Texas, right? Apparently Alaska is bigger than Texas. But that's huge because 1/50th of the United States would be 2%. So it should be on average, you know, 4 times larger than your average state. So Texas is huge, man. Gen G, let me ask you about this though, because I constantly see videos on like X or TikTok where you guys got these, we got some nice houses in Ohio, right? Relatively decent prices. But I feel like prices have been going up quite a bit recently. But I still see these, dude, mansions in Texas that are like $500,000. Brand new houses, too. I'm not talking like, you know, old houses that were built. Is it fake news or is it real? I have no idea what city they're in or anything like that, but, you know, do you see them too? And is it real that you could get like a huge house, mansion for 500 grand in Texas? Because I never know if that stuff's real or not. It could just be guys putting a house on the internet trying to get views. Whoa, look at this mansion for $500,000. It should cost you 1.2, but nope, cost 500,000. Very true. It all depends on the location. Man, really? Like not a nice area then? Or just like out in the middle of nowhere? Because I don't want to be in a not nice area, but I also don't care if I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Montana is beautiful once you get out of the plains. Never been to Montana either. Man, never been to half your guys' states. I think the crypto dark pools need to be eliminated. It doesn't seem right an institution can buy and not affect the price. Yeah, Lonnie, I don't know what dark pools would they be using. So you can buy any amount of cryptocurrency that you want, like on Coinbase, and it never hits the blockchain. But anywhere that you would buy, like if you have a transaction on the blockchain, it hits the blockchain. It'll absolutely affect the price. Buying on Coinbase should affect the price on Coinbase, right? And that's where arbitrage opportunities come to be. So I don't know where you would be able to buy crypto and essentially not have it affect the price. A centralized exchange, sure, but you're still moving the liquidity pools around on that centralized exchange. And the idea is, you know, if you sold off or bought on Coinbase and it became more expensive, if SHIB was trading at 1,800 points per coin on Coinbase because somebody made a huge purchase, very quickly they would buy it off Uniswap and then move it over to Coinbase because somebody would be able to go buy it right now for 1360, 1370 and sell it on Coinbase for 1,800. So I don't know what dark pools they would have. I'm not a real estate pro, but you need to watch out for property taxes in Texas as well as homeowners association fees. Interesting. Yeah, I never thought about property taxes in Texas. Didn't know if they were high or not. Let's see. You can buy a new house in Texas for under $150,000, probably less if you stay away from big cities. Well, that's not bad then. Fat and bankrupt, man. That's not bad. Huge house? Because these houses that I see online are huge. I got my 5-bedroom house with a pool for less than 6 figures. All right. Well, everything is bigger in Texas then. 5-bedroom house. Dang it, man. Holy smokes. Yeah. Gen G, you don't have to tell us what your property taxes are if you don't want to. Are your property taxes stupid high? Like, would you consider them stupid high? Because I'm not gonna lie, if you were to get a house here in Ohio for let's say $100,000, you're probably paying $1,500 a year. Probably about $1,500 to $1,800 a year in taxes, is what I would say. I don't know if you guys would consider that high or low, but yeah, I would say about $1,500 to $1,800 for a $100,000 house. Maybe $1,500. Let's see. XRP, Clay. It only affects the circulating supply. Yeah, so if you buy XRP, though, are you talking like buying directly from Ripple? Or are you talking buying on the open market? $4,800 on a $230 house in Collin, Colorado in 2014. What is that? Your property taxes? RS? Are you talking property taxes? What's $4,800? Let's see. I'm also still holding Goldfish on Base. Been holding since day one. The developer is not disappointed. Good friends now. He has created both free to play. Wow, very nice. Chloe, want to check out another stock? Yes, I do. CVIE. Let's take a look at it. CVIE. Ooh, this one's rather new. Rather new, and it does not disappoint. Wow, dude. This would have been a very nice buy. Coming down to touch this level of support at the 48-day moving average right here. Or 48. This is a 48-month moving average. Man, that was a huge decline there, wasn't it? Recovered very fast, too. About to break out of resistance. Yeah. Dude, next dip? That might not be a bad buy. 19 cents. Not a bad dividend either. What is that? 4%? 3%? Not a bad dividend either, man. Yeah, CVIE, another strong performer. I would wait for the dip, though. That one seems to like the dip for some reason. But not a bad one at all. Moji, I grew up in Arizona as a kid. Mine are about 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah, so maybe a little bit higher than they would be here. Unless, of course, your house has gained a lot in value since then. But I'm thinking a house about $100,000, probably property tax around $1,500. Glad you have time to see my message in your X and a DM. It's a link to my website. It has some cool... I have not seen it yet, Brian. I will have to check that out after the live stream, man. I've been making videos all morning, so I have not been able to see any of the DMs yet. 2 or 3 rooms, yeah, way less. If you swoop in on houses, getting... Yeah, this the house that I live in was a foreclosure, man. Somebody lost it, let their dogs and cats pee all over the place. It was an absolute mess. Had to tear it apart and rebuild it, but... yeah, dude, you can't beat it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I'll have a house of my own. Old rounder. Yes, you will, man. Yes, you will. Yes, direct buys from Ripple. Yeah, that's the hard part, man. Now, it should have a dilutive effect, but it is very strange when they can go out there and just issue XRP whenever they want. I don't really know how that works. I don't necessarily like it. I don't like dilution. I'm actually surprised that XRP didn't go down. But Clay, thoughts on Ripple trying to buy Circle? Yeah. So I did not know that Circle was trying to go public, right? So I didn't know that they were trying to do some sort of a raise. My first impression, because I did not know that they were taking offers to be for sale. My first impression was that Ripple was just trying to kind of have like a publicity stunt right there, remain in the news by making them an offer. I don't know what all they would have to gain, other than the usage, right? So they have their Ripple Labs USD. So I don't know if they bought Circle, if they would try and combine everything onto their blockchain, or how that would work. So I guess if I knew a little bit more about their intentions behind the offer, it would probably be a little bit, I guess, better for me to talk about. But I don't know what their intentions were. So I don't know if it was a good thing or if it was just a publicity stunt, man. Ski, the slacker in the house. Ski? We got a ski in here? Maybe. Actually, I bought that dip. Alien head. Very nice, man. Very nice job then. 52.53 bucks. Very nice dip buy on CVIE, man. From one slacker to another emoji. Boom, fist bump, baby. Casey and I have been working on the outside with landscaping, etc., making my home's value jump. Genji, very good. I need to do some landscaping. I need to start thinking about mulch this year. Might get some this weekend. All right, bros. Be well. Gotta run. Have a lunch meeting with some very tall Texans with very big trucks. My little car would get demolished by one of those trucks. Alien head. Enjoy your day, man. Have some fun. Enjoy the meetings or whatever you got going on today. And, I don't know. Enjoy your time in Texas, man. Clay, if Ripple acquired USDC and that volume moved across the ledger, it would be massive for the price of XRP. Yeah, if, right? And this is a big if everybody still utilized it, right? And I don't know how you acquire something like USDC and move it solely over to Ripple's blockchain. Right, that's the part that I don't know. So, for example, if Ethereum came out and said that we are going to buy Solana, but we are going to combine blockchains, I think people would be very upset that now they're paying they're paying Ethereum fees to transact their Solana, right? It doesn't necessarily make any sense to me. So I don't know how they would combine blockchains. Completely understand what you're saying about the volume and the burning of XRP and all of that, because USDC does what? How many billions of dollars a day? 10 billion? USDC's done 10.4 billion today. XRP 2.6 billion in volume. So yeah, you're talking about a 4x increase in volume there. So that would essentially increase. And you know what? I don't know if it would really benefit that much, because the burns are still so small compared to like the overall fee and the overall transaction, that even if they increased the volume by 4, which is what USDC would do, I still don't think that it would burn like enough to make a significant impact. But any volume helps, man. And I guess if they got the money to buy USDC, right? Yeah, I still have the multiplier. You guys can't see it. I still got that XRP multiplier up here that I need to look into a little bit better. But I definitely need to look into that, so I at least can have a conversation on it, right? Take care. Thanks for the info. Yes, look up property tax history on 7020 Pensacola in Plano, Texas. That'll give you some deets. Yeah, I could probably do that on any house, but if it's crazy, man, I don't know. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. I need someone to reseal my motorhome roof. This sucks. Is it leaking? Anybody in here in Arizona reseal motorhome roofs? Let Moji know. Thanks, Clem, my friend. Gen G, guys, stay awesome. Absolutely. Alien Head, you as well. What's up? What's up, bros? Work. Stay on that stupid stuff, but it makes sense if you need people, something random. What? If you just need something, or if you just need people, what? But it makes sense if you just need people, something random to do for the day. Work sucks, but if you need something random to do for the day, you might as well work. I think that's what you mean, but I still have no idea, Chris. It's not just the burns, it's the volume moving. Well, what is the volume moving? what would the volume, what would, like, I guess just strictly volume benefit other than like a reduction? Are you saying just like the overall size of the blockchain increasing and making it more popular? Because I could see that, but I was trying to think about like a direct benefit of increased volume, and that would be the burns, right? There might be some other thing that I don't know about, man. For the XRP blockchain, if enough volume moves on the ledger, it creates supply demand. Okay, it's a little bit more of an indirect. Correlation there then, right? If people are trading it, people are going to want to buy because it's just growing in value, right? Just bought a house in Vegas and renting a house in Guatemala until I find the beach house of my dreams there. Guatemala, huh? Guatemala. Yes, I'm actually taking a day off tomorrow, so we can plan our next project. So I won't be here tomorrow. It is all right, Gen G. Tomorrow is going to be Friday. We're going to have some beautiful gains tomorrow. Things are going to be looking very good. Prices are going to be moving higher. Prices are not moving higher in Mother right now. They're sitting at 1480. They were just at 15. And that one little sell brought it all the way down. Needs people to go in there and buy. Bounce it back up a little bit. 59-cent buy. 18-cent buy. Why is somebody buying 18 cents of anything, man? What? Weird, man. Let's see. Annual maintenance. Snow? You like the snow? Point being, doing some stupid stuff, which could be easier, but my boss needs to just pay us for the day, even though I could have. Gotcha. So now you're just doing random stuff so that you can get paid for the day instead of just going. Gotcha. Now I understand, Chris. So I'm putting my house for sale here in LA. I've never looked at Guatemala. I gotta see this though. See what we got. All right, go with this one. It's gotta be fake news, man. Go with this one. Does that say Costa Rica? What the heck do I care about Costa Rica for? I typed in Guatemala. Huh. That's weird. I typed in Guatemala and it's showing me houses in Costa Rica. What do I care about houses in Costa Rica? Dude, go with this one. I don't know if this is in Guatemala either. Dang, you can get a lot of people in that bedroom. Oh, that was a nice one. It's a big bench. All right, yeah. Keep looking, man. You'll find the right house. Giovanni joining the cartel. He might be. He might be in charge of it, man. That's why he's got a Ferrari. You never know. Giovanni might be in charge. Let's see. Still put my house over. Potato farming in Guatemala. Potato farms take place in Idaho. He's going to be farming something else. Coconut farming in Guatemala. That's what he's going to be doing. Good money in here. It's going to be coconut farming in Guatemala. Headed up north, headed up into the North Woods next week. 3 million acres of nothing. Fishing, camping, good food, and no people. And I will stay up to date and maybe make a live stream, thanks to Starlink. That's a lot of vast wilderness, man. If you're going into 3 million acres of nothing. Yeah, make a live stream, dude. Tell us how it is. We need to know. Clay's going to be moving to Guatemala. Oh, that's the first time I looked at Guatemala, but those houses were pretty nice, man. I never know if any of that stuff is real, though. You know what I mean? Like, I never know if any of that stuff is real. You can get a house on the beach for 200 grand. I mean, if you can, that's great. Just didn't know if you could. So where I want to live is... Oh, that's where I want to live. Is it? Dude, I got the right city? Go grab that house then, man. What are you doing? We're all going to Guatemala. See a Giovanni. Yes, we are. If he gets that beach house right there, we're going to go to Guatemala and hang out with Giovanni on a beautiful sunny day and play in the ocean. Maybe they got some good surfing there, too. We can all learn to surf. Meanwhile... Crypto's starting to try and curl over a little bit. You got Bitcoin sitting at 97,215. Shiba Inu Coin sitting at 1366 points per coin. $152 Solana after touching $154, so it's back down about 1.5% there. Dogecoin touching 1831, sitting at 1820. Ethereum's actually doing pretty well today, man. Bouncing up 3%. Very nice moves off 1750 to about 1875. So Ethereum looking pretty good. I got a decent amount of Ethereum, so I would really like to see Ethereum back up at $4,000. Bitcoin 97,100. I want to see 100,000 by the end of the day today. SPY doing well. QQQ doing well. Mullen Auto not doing well, sitting down 4% after a nice little bump today. Ran all the way up to 45 cents, back down to 37 cents. It cannot maintain a gain to save its life. Sundial sitting at $1.40, Netflix $11.33, Tesla $2.82, Amazon sitting at $1.89, Apple $2.12, and Soxel 2% higher still, sitting at $12.46. We want these gains and we want them now. At least confidence. Where's the count? 51. Yeah, it's still at 51. I was gonna say at least confidence is returning, but confidence should be returning to the market. Level to 51, we're actually a little bit lower than where we were yesterday. Yesterday, we were sitting at a level of 50. What is this? Do I even have? Oh. Yesterday, we were at a level of 53. Now we're at a level of 51, so starting to see it tick back down a little bit, which is not what we want. We want gains. When SHIB to $1? Well, if I make a prophetic dream video, I could probably gain like 50 million views on it, since that's all the types of videos Shiba Inu Coin investors watch. And if I get 50 million views on it, I could go out and buy Shiba Inu coin with it. And then my prophetic dream could be a prophetic manifestation. And the prophetic dream alone could drive Shiba Inu coin to that dollar price point, because I would be able to go out there and buy enough Shiba Inu coin to drive the price higher with the amount of ad revenue from the prophetic dream video. Self-fulfilling prophecy, man. You might be on to something there, J-Bones. You might be on to something. My experience in Guatemala was dealing with the drug cartels. Not somewhere I would want to live. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with them either, man. My goodness. Why XRP delay their ETF? Giovanni, I think the SEC delayed the XRP ETF approval. Right? I don't think it had anything to do with Ripple, did it? Let's see. And to see how futures ETFs work out. The cartels in Guatemala, Lani. Just like El Salvador. I'm hearing rumors of BlackRock entering the XRP ETF game. I'm sure they'll go. Let's go, prophetic dreams. Yeah, J-Bones, man. Prophetic manifestation. That's what we're on right now. Not the 1980s or 1990s. Oh, you're saying it's not the 1980s and 1990s. Times are different now. Well, I hope they are, man. Nobody wants to deal with the cartel. Dealing with the cartel is like dealing with something that you don't want to deal with. So just don't do it. Don't expose yourself to that type of a situation. Just expose yourself to cryptocurrency. Ripple, Shiba Inu coin, Solana, Mother, Wagyu. Gosh, dude. Maybe I'll make some money on Wagyu as well. That'll be nice. Get a nice little 50x gain in Wagyu. Doesn't have to be heavy. Just a nice little 50x. Which could happen, right? With Bitcoin bouncing back, with confidence returning, as soon as these prices get back up above $100,000, I think a lot of people are going to get very excited. I think a lot of people are going to begin buying again. And I think as people get excited and they buy, these prices are going to rip higher. So I'm finally feeling a little bit of optimism. It has been absolutely dreary. We had a nice little bounce of optimism, a little kick of excitement maybe last week. And then things started to cool off a little bit. But overall, man, this entire year so far, 4 or 5 months of just dreary price action. And I am sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for an exponential rally, waiting for the excitement to return to meme coins and altcoins, and waiting for that nice move higher. And hopefully it happens in Wagyu as well, because I will be buying into that. Let's see. Someone is eating gummies. Not me. Giovanni, I was there in the 90s. There you go, man. He said that it's not the 90s anymore. It's the 2000s, baby. We have to bust through the leverage, and then 100Ks come. Yeah, Lonnie, I agree, man. I agree. If we can get just right above this little level that we're at right now, right in this area, 100,000 right here, and we're going to be, boom, ripping. This was a nice wick up to 109,000, but if we're able to break 100, we're going to be right here tapping on the door of 105, 105, 105, 106. We break that, man. It's going to be a very good move. People are going to be excited. They're going to say, I should have bought when it was 70. No, man, you can't. You can't buy when it's 70 because it's too much fear. People can't get over the fear. Hopefully, this 5-minute chart begins to calm down a little bit, and we move nicely higher. But for now, it is 1 o'clock. Guys, get your names in the chat. We're going to do some shout-outs. We will be back all day long with videos today. Please watch them. Please like them. Please share them. All that good stuff. Views are lower than ever, so you more than... I mean, guys, if you share it, right, and you get one more person to watch it, you literally doubled my views. So, appreciate you on that. We'll do these shout-outs. We'll be back tomorrow. And back all day with videos today. Lonnie, man, have a great one. Giovanni, Lonnie, Giovanni, Lonnie, J-Bones, baby. See you later, Giovanni, Moji, Lonnie, J-Bones, Lonnie, Giovanni, Jason, J-Bones, Moji, Genji, Lonnie, Genji, SD, J-Bones. We got Genji, Old Rounder, Gorilla, all of you guys. You know what time it is, Gorilla. You want to say it with me, Genji? Say it with me. Till the next time, hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day.